Where's this fool at? Cupcakes. All sorts of things. It's not a cupcake. What is that? Nowhere to be found. Just car running. Oh. Probably somewhere with these guys. That's what I would say. What up, Duper? What's good, guys? Good time. I just made you a moderator, Duper. Something going on over here. They all got to park, have their vehicles running. I can't figure it out. Morning.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Any word on when we're going to get Pagan and Santiago charged for that murder? No? Not working on that? Charles, what up, man? They never have any questions for that, any answers. They kill somebody and yet there's nothing going on. They killed Jacob Evans. They assaulted him on October 15th and he died November 1st. Yet none of these heroes have looked into that, charged them, nothing. It's weird. I find it quite weird. I was literally came down here for a walk. And I was done. My girl goes on break, so she was going to grab me. And then I said, you know what? I see cop lights down there. We're going to go see what they're doing. And lo and behold, it's wasting gas. There's no reason for that vehicle to be running over there. Doesn't need its lights on. He's parked. And we got this clown and this clown. We got full of clowns. Like the portable circus. His car's running too. Go figure. All that. Look at those tents. Nice illegal tents. For what? Just so everybody knows. Look at these plates. These are the cop cars out here. Any black Ford, whatever that is. Escape, Fusion. Why doesn't this one have plates? All so busy, but they can't catch the criminals that work with them. The easiest ones. Nobody can do that. We pay all these detectives and stuff to sit around. They don't actually really solve crime. They don't stop crime. I bet you they're talking about how they don't like the camera. Absolutely good time. Amanda, if we're going to stop them, we need to rebuild this whole system and start over. Honestly, there ain't no fixing what's in place. This doesn't work. That little guy looked nervous. Like, what went on here? What do they need detectives here for? But I don't know. I thought he was coming down. What they're whispering. Right, go inside, Sully's. Where's the real cop? Where's the beat cop? I don't see him. Absolutely good time. The good ones can't drive. The good ones don't go anywhere, as we see. But if you absolutely suck, like Giller, look at what happens. You get promoted. You can do whatever you want. You can break the law, and they don't do anything to you. The chief will say, they have discretion. That's what will happen. And if they can't solve something that was literally caught on camera, you know what I mean, that they have all the access to the evidence and everything, and to arrest these dirty killer cops, why would we trust them with anything else? I wouldn't. And I haven't even seen any of these guys before. They're always hiding. I'll talk louder, Amanda. Sorry. Is that any better? I'll try to hear what they're saying and I'll talk. It seems to be all they do. They just denied requests for the records for that case, the Jacob Evans case. They're telling people that they can't release them because the IG is investigating. That's not a valid reason to withhold records. They're only doing that so nobody else can put the truth out, and they can tell it. They can give everybody their narrative. Like they told everybody the guy died from drugs when that wasn't even listed in the medical examiner's report for cause of death. They just blatantly lied and made it up. And if they release their records, they lose the handle on the narrative. Like I wonder how much gas is wasted just sitting around out here. One car, two cars. I don't know if I don't think the first one's running. But 3 cars hanging out. Brandon, what up, bro? Good to see you. No, I appreciate it, Amanda, because then later if I watch it and I'm like, oh, I can't hear it, and nobody said anything, I'd be like, why didn't anybody say anything? So, I'd rather have it. I'd like to know what's going on. You know what? Does he have a body camera on? Yeah, isn't that one? Is that one? I can't tell. He might have one on. Looks like it.
Oh no, I ain't worried about them, excuse me. They across the street.
So we've what, 3 plainclothes? There's 1 uniformed officer somewhere. Unless one of these guys is driving that regular car. I don't know. I'll tell you what though, it is hot. I'm sweating. I wonder if I can go around if I could see anything. I don't know, I'm trying to find out, Chris. Well, I'll see what's good, bro. We got detectives. I've seen 3 plainclothes. They got these 2 vehicles here, and they got a regular car there. We'll see if we can see anything from this side. This is where the first guy came from. And I don't want to check. Like, I don't want them thinking that's what I'm doing. So, if they're not there, if I can't see them, it is what it is. Oh, yeah, there they are. They're weird, Amanda. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. Norwich usually doesn't. Unless they full-blown attack you or make things up, they'll usually let you be. But, and I haven't been doing too many lives lately. But I've been trying to do more. Because it seems like every time I go out, they try to make something up and make up charges. And well, I got enough going on. I don't like this side. He's hiding behind the tree anyways. I don't see anybody else though. Who's he talking to? He's playing on his phone though. He's behind that tree. Playing on his phone. Oh, the door right there. Underneath that awning. That's where Detective One's coming from. And I mean, it's 50-50 with them because they don't even know what jaywalking is. Like, so sometimes they'll just come attack you because you cross the street. Steal your ID, stuff like that. Look at this. Oh, I'm just gonna lock my boombox up here. What is going on here? It's not even locked up. It's just sitting here. It's got to be broke. That's the only reason I'd see them leaving anything like that out. This guy, what's he want, a kiss? Why does he keep spying on me? It's just a motto they say. They don't actually do it.
How we making out, man? Good?
Yeah, man. Waiting for Pagan and Santiago to be charged for that murder. They don't ever want to talk about that. They always want to say something, and then when you ask them about that, suddenly it's oh no. Nobody can talk about that. They won't even. They clearly killed him. Why else would they hide all the records? Why would they trespass his mother from the police department? Why would they tell his mother she can't call the police department? It's just funny how they always use public safety as the reason for everything. That's why they always do that. Public safety, yet they leave murderers on the street. It doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure that's the dude that gave the dude a ticket for an open container for an empty can. I'm not 100% sure, that's why I didn't say anything, but I'm pretty sure that's him. And I don't know who any of these clowns are. You don't really see them out unless it's something usually big. I don't see a body, and I don't see anybody being arrested, so I don't understand what would be so big here. What's good, Tommy? I'm not even talking too much. There's not much going on. 203 YouTube. I've been up there. I went through there once, but I didn't like stay or do it properly, so I didn't really put it up. But we can go up there. I don't like going out by myself anymore because every time I go somewhere, it seems like they just lie and attack me. What is this? Laundromat? I don't even see any machines in there. This is probably the police. They probably own this. This is probably money laundering. This is their money laundering facility for Peter Nystrom, the great mayor. They just enacted that in ordinance too, guys. Panhandling ordinance. Where all these heroes are going to now attack people and give them tickets for holding a sign. They claim it's legal because they added dangerous places. But I don't know why they wouldn't just make the places that are so dangerous off limits to everybody instead of just giving the homeless tickets for standing there. How is it so dangerous if they can't go there but I can? That doesn't make any sense. As long as you're not holding a sign, you could be there. I want to know what's in that bag. They got a bag right there. They left out. I don't know if it was there. I don't know if it's theirs. I don't know whose it is. I don't know. But they just spend, obviously, an hour or two, whatever. You know what's weird, though, is none of these great heroes right here will drive right around the corner to the courthouse and take care of any of those criminals. You know, the losers that work there, these fake marshals that brag about being peace officers, that steal from people, that deny you entry to a public building because you have a phone. Then they try to get into your phone. Midget tried to get into my phone. He tried to search my phone after they illegally seized it. And what did the great state police do? Nothing. They actually backed them up. So, there's not much. They don't actually do much. Like somebody said before, protect and serve. For real duper trooper. I'm about to make a sign that says that. Like, these people are crazy. They're literally nuts. Literally nuts. And what's even crazier is that they make the ordinance, but these fools will go and enforce it. Because they don't even know any better. We do know that Connecticut hires the dumbest of the dumb. They will only take dummies. And that's a proven fact. They've been sued over it for denying people jobs that have done too well, quote unquote, on the test. Too well. So, that's what happens. And then we wonder why we're stuck with the same group of people everywhere. Why every department's the same. Because that's what they pick. That's what they want. So we saw him go in here, and we saw him go in that door. I don't know where this supposed crime happened, or why we need so many detectives out here. Because there's still three. There's the first dude I asked, the tall dude I asked, and then the midget. Are two of them riding in one vehicle together? Oh. You know what happens if you're riding shotgun? You gotta give me some roadhead. Is that what's going on here? I'd like to know. I want answers. I don't think we're gonna get any. These great public servants don't want to actually work for the public or help the public. And what's crazy is people, I don't know, man. You think court, people have this assumption that court's there to help when cops do stuff wrong, and the court literally covers for these criminals every time. Every time. I haven't been to court yet. I've had the chief of police admit that his police were wrong and what I was doing was legal. And I went to court, and you know what they did? They said, "We're not talking about that. You're gonna go to trial." And I said, what are you talking about? Because before they arrested me, I had never even been to this town. So clearly, that's what we're talking about. I'm surprised they didn't call more people for a camera, though. That's usually what happens. There's probably something else going on somewhere else in town. They're probably happy I'm here. Oh, he's over there dealing with those retards. We can commit our crimes over here. We can beat everybody up holding a sign. They don't worry. There's no real crime going on. You don't ever see these guys out dealing with crime, preventing crime, stopping crime. What do you see them doing? Writing tickets. That's all they want to do. Dude, I've caught Norwich cops with headlights out, pulling cars over for a headlight out and giving them a ticket. If that doesn't, right there show you what they're about or how little integrity they have, I don't know what will. Thank you, Jerry. Oh, don't. Thank you, Fax from Felix. You're going to have me trespass from the public sidewalk? God, you're so smart. Are you going to show up like you say every other time? You like to promise you're going to show up and then you don't. Have me trespass, bud. Do it. Stop talking about it and do it. I'm tired of you. Always coming on. Well, I'm not because you're so slow you don't realize coming on and whining is still helping, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, no, Amanda, he did. He's slow. I don't know who retracted the message. He did. Nobody else did. But yeah, he's gonna have me trespass from the sidewalk. That's what kind of winners we're dealing with. Somebody's just mad. Aw. That's what happens when you're soft. You gotta say stuff quick and then you delete it. I don't like that. But at least whine about something factual. You're not having anybody trespass from anywhere. We all know you are soft, and we all know you're going to say whiny stuff and never do it. I don't got a set of nuts, so I just whine. I'm going to walk because there's nothing going on here, but we'll go see what's going on around the corner. No, I didn't. 203. Is it recent? But I've been up there. A lot of these places, dude. I've been, and I haven't had issues. I've never had an issue at East Hartford or some of these other places. But AFA came here. He came here and he put it's a Norwich. He did a thing at probation, and guess what? He made them understand that you're allowed to record in there. But even if you go up there, I tried doing it. Right down here, I watched a probation officer get hit by the Marshall van. The dude was such an idiot. He literally walked behind the Marshall van while they were backing it up into the road, and it hit him. Boom. And the guy, I laughed at him, and he had a little fit. And I told him, that's what you get, you retard. Talk about entitlement. Like, oh, you think you just walk behind any vehicle and they're going to stop? And I'm kind of surprised they didn't stop. They would hit anybody else, but you know how they are with each other. So I went in there and I tried to get the dude's name because he would park illegally every day, but he just like the rest of these retards, he'd put his probation patch that he wears on his little gay shirt, he'd put it on his dashboard, and he thought that made it, well, it's not that he thought, because they won't ticket him, but it's not legal. It doesn't work for anybody else. I mean, we could all order these stupid patches off of Amazon and put them on our dash. So I went in there and I tried to figure out who it was, and they wouldn't tell me. They tried to tell me I had to go to parole. I had to go to parole to get the probation officer's name, and I can't even go to parole. Parole's right there. We can walk through there. I can go on the property, but I can't go inside. Because dumbass Marsh showed up and didn't talk to me. After they pushed me around, they called the cops. And Maggot Marsh showed up, and instead of talking to me, he went inside, and it's actually messed up because you know who showed up and who talked to me? Hagen, the one that's involved in the murder. He showed up, and even he, as a newer cop, knew that I could go in there and ask questions. Yet this dumbass Maggot Marsh, who's been a cop so much longer, didn't know that I couldn't go in there, and he trespassed me. But he's the same one that said I created a public disturbance when I didn't, and I even showed him I didn't, yet he still forced me to ID, and he still gave me a ticket, which was beat. Court, I got it dropped in court, I got it dismissed. So Marsh isn't that smart. You can't take his word for much. But that's what we're dealing with, though. But if you go into probation, the little short, I don't know, they call it security, but it's not security. The security lady who's useless and not going to secure anything tells you you can't film in there. You go to probation and ask why they have a predator. They have a predator that was an ex-cop. He was a cop for 22 years, I believe. He was a New London cop, Bill Edwards Sr. You can look it up. This is all 100% factual stuff. Bill Edwards Sr. got caught diddling a 5 to 7-year-old over a 2-year period when he was a cop. They found out. They charged him. He admitted to it. He literally admitted to it. And they only gave him 2 years in jail. The same time he diddled the kid is what they gave him in prison. And it was a boy. That's what he got caught touching. And then they let him out and they gave him a job at Fellowship Halfway House in Groton, Connecticut. They gave him a job there and they said, yeah, you can work here and you could watch these men, the same sex you got caught diddling. You can watch them pee too. You could do their urines for parole. And I went to parole, which is right there, and I tried to ask a lady, and she came out, and since I wouldn't give her my name and my information, she walked away and closed the door on me. So I said, all right, I'm going to go outside, and I went outside. I started looking through the lot, and they came out and had a little hissy fit, put their hands on me. And these great Norwich heroes showed up and did absolutely nothing. They did something. They trespassed the victim. That's what they did. But that's what they're famous for. They don't really do much else. And this is what goes on all day out here. They hide. You don't actually catch them. Unless they're like going from a hiding spot to another hiding spot, you don't see them unless they're parked in the back of a parking lot hiding. You come here, these guys, midget that works here, he tried to have me arrested. He said that I swore at him. And of course he didn't tell me this, I had to find this out, but he tried to have me charged. He said he had a witness because I called him a bitch, because he is a bitch. So he wanted me arrested, and they were like, no. And I'm surprised because the cops really aren't that bright either. They usually will just run with it. So, but they didn't. They said, no, you can't arrest him for that. And I said, oh, all right. Wow, you guys know something. But they still seized my phone for absolutely no reason. And I'm waiting on the statements now. The funny part is Midget wasn't even there when I entered the court. And I'm pretty sure he's the one that wrote the statement. How are you going to write a statement and sign an affidavit for something you weren't even there for? Which doesn't make sense. The police wouldn't come down here. They wouldn't do anything. I called them and they said, yeah, we'll be down. And you know what? They never came. Never came at all. Who are these people? Court employees. And look at that's police parking only. Every one of these is full of downtown Middletown. I've been out there too. Middletown, the last time I was out there, they had a fit. Oh, this is them right here. Ain't nobody know how to read, man? There's a big private parking lot sign right here. Everybody park right here. Bunch of geniuses. Oh, we don't know how to read. That's what happens when you work for the state. You could just be out here gangbanging, breaking all the laws. Ain't nobody care. Bunch of dummies. Dumb bitches. Every one of you. Dumb bitch. Oh, let's pull out in front of the bus. Bunch of geniuses. Retards, dude. They've been there all morning, too. Ain't none of these heroes, gave them a ticket. These guys, 5-minute parking. Oh, you guys want to see something funny with this? Right? Every day they either park in 10-minute parking or handicap parking only. Look at, they had a state of Connecticut sticker on here so you could complain if you didn't like the way they were driving or parked. See the black stuff right there? That was it. They peeled off the sticker to complain about how they're parking. That's what you're dealing with. But these are the same people that when you come to court, you know what I mean, they tell you to act like adults and own it and blah, blah, blah. All they do is lie. I feel bad. I feel bad for everybody that doesn't actually know what's going on in this country. But I feel like knowing is almost worse, because once you know, you're never gonna be right again. This floor is for DCF. The top three floors are for them. I haven't seen Mr. Camp. You guys remember the guy that I kept writing the chalk but next to his car? And he'd throw a fit. He's been parking up there in police parking only, even though he's not a cop. Lately, I haven't seen him down here, but that doesn't mean he's not parking down here. So, but that's about it. I got court tomorrow. Well, I got court the next 2 days. I got criminal court tomorrow in Danielson. It's accept or reject. Even though in Connecticut, well, it's everywhere, but in Connecticut, it specifically says it underneath our statutes for breach of peace, for interfering, that if they're going to arrest you for speech, it has to be fighting words. And I've never used fighting words against the police. But even though it says that, they still won't. They still want to move forward. I don't know. It's ass backwards. It really is. I have this absolutely useless. I have a special public defender. I had a female public defender who actually. Oh, look at that right there. They probably. You know what? That's evidence. I bet you there was somebody standing here, and they jumped him, and they arrested him, and the sign got left. I bet you. Thank you, Brandon. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. They said it's accept or reject, and if I reject, which I'm rejecting, it's, even though I'm not on probation, it's an unconditional discharge. You still have a VOP hearing, I guess. But I don't even know why we're going that far. But my attorney hasn't, he won't allow me to see any of the discovery. He has it, but I can't see it. He specifically said that. And he flat out told me when I was explaining to him the case that when it comes to officer safety, even if you're 60 feet away saying, do you want to scan this plate? We have no rights. That's what my public defender told me. He said when it comes to officer safety, we have zero rights. And I would like to know, I have tons of questions about this victim. I'm sure most people on here have seen the video of the last time Giller arrested me. That wasn't, that was solicited, A, which is whatever. B, I don't think that chick's ever going to actually show up to court because she's going to get annihilated. And C, I want to know if they arrested her that day because they were there. They claimed they were there for a domestic. That's what they swear. Or a protective order. There's a duty to arrest in Connecticut for domestic charges. So it didn't seem like she was going to be arrested that day. So unless they shut the body cameras off and arrested her, which we know they'll do, like when they left there that day and they went to my girlfriend's mother's house and they trashed me. And they told her I'm a bad dude and I'm a this and I'm a that, right? They didn't have their body cameras on. They're not denying they went there, though. That's the problem. They're not denying they went there, even though it's against the law. It's a different town. They didn't have a warrant, and they didn't pursue me. They can't leave Willimantic unless they have one of those things. They didn't. Then they went to my girlfriend's house and harassed my girlfriend. Their cameras were on for part of that, which caught Giller's truck's loud. But Giller's so slow, he wrote in the report that my girlfriend, he tried to have her charged for pulling into a driveway to pick me up, which didn't get approved. They shot that down, which I'm kind of surprised because Willimantic just does whatever they want. We saw how they gave me they sent the state police to my house at 8 o'clock at night to have me arrested, claiming they saw me driving a car. I wasn't driving, I wasn't in, not registered to me, and I don't own. They just said they saw it driving. So I'm kind of surprised that they didn't do this one. Well, there's a lot of lies in it, a ton of lies. There's that. As soon as they walked out of her house, Giller made sure both their cameras were shut off, even though they weren't done searching. They searched her yard. They searched 2 or 3 houses up, and we only know that because of the car cameras. Well, he claims that, I believe it's a lie too, because everybody I spoke with said that it's, oh, look, we got one up there, we're going up there. Everybody I spoke to said it's a lie. So, this is the same spot there was one yesterday. But he said that he spoke to a neighbor that said I had just left. It's not on camera. And there's no name, there's no nothing. There's no statement. So was it just made up? Because it sounds made up. I was just here yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Literally probably 30 feet back towards me. And there was a mail truck. Have you guys ever seen a mail truck involved in an accident? I haven't. So, well, maybe I have, but I never paid attention. But yesterday was the first time. This river's dope. It's the Thames River. The marina's right there. That's probably the best part of this whole town, in my opinion. I mean, you got... And don't forget, guys, they think the mayor says the police deserve a new police station, even though it's been shot down twice, 2 or 3 times already. The mayor, instead of spending his time actually fixing any of these huge problems with this town, it's leaving right now. God damn it. Instead of doing any of that, he just keeps trying to get the police station passed. That's all he's doing. I'm going back this way. But so he's kind of useless. How many times are you going to put the same thing to vote? These guys don't deserve anything. Spend that $1 million+ you're trying to spend on a police department and send these retards back to school. They shouldn't be attacking people because they don't know what jaywalking is. They shouldn't be trespassing people from public property because they're too stupid to know they're not supposed to do that. Like, honestly, if anybody wants the easiest job, become a cop. I mean, I'm not saying overall it's the easiest, but so you need the least qualifications. You don't ever need to go to school. You don't ever actually need to get a license in anything. You can retire in 20 years. It's a union. Once you're in, dude, the first cop that ever put his hands on me when I was taping like this was in New London, Connecticut. It made the paper. It made tons of rounds when it happened. He got suspended. It was supposed to be for 8 days. The department they flat out admitted that he assaulted me and he violated my rights, which he did 100%. For some reason, the state police, I got told the state police found that there was no wrongdoing. Well, in all this stuff that just came out, it supposedly went to a prosecutor, and the same prosecutors that try to prosecute us for literally everything and nonsense found no wrongdoing. Well, when he went on his 8-day suspension, which got knocked down to 3 days, he ended up sitting home for 151 days. Pretty much half a year. Nobody knows why, but now he's suing the department, claiming that they're targeting him. He shouldn't have got held accountable for assaulting me. He thinks that he should have just been let off. Of course, they're trying to use other things as oh, well, the chief pushed somebody at Sailfest, and that's a use of force. What do they say when we do that? If you get pulled over speeding and a car goes by and you're like, well, that guy's going just as fast or faster than me. Oh, take it like a man. We pulled you over. They don't make excuses, dumbass. But that's what's happening. He's trying to get $1 million. He said that they didn't want him to They didn't want him to be the union president. He said that they were interfering with union activities, which they had given zero proof of, other than the union and Burgesson didn't want to do SailFest when in 2022, when they was officially over. That was the first year it was back. And he said, no, we don't have enough people. And the mayor and the police department said, no, we're going to do it. We need to do it. And they did it. And guess what? It went on without a hitch. It went fine. So that's really the only thing I could see that they're saying that's interfering with union activities. And either way, who cares? The union doesn't dictate what the town does. And not at all. But it's another example of why we need to get... Unions need to go. The unions and these trash-ass bargaining agreements need to go. I would guarantee you if there was a town that did it and we could prove how it worked, maybe other towns... Oh my God, my freaking Honda Accord is so cool. That was probably Felix. Felix, where are you at? Was that you, bud? But it's just wild. That's what happens when officers get held accountable. And that wasn't even held accountable, guys. He literally was still getting off. He wasn't arrested. He wasn't charged with assaulting me. You know what I mean? He wasn't charged with anything. So even though he still got off, he had a fit and now he's going to sue the department? It doesn't make any sense. His brother's in the department. His uncle works for Groton. I couldn't find anything on his uncle, but him and his brother are trash. Josh Burgesson was fired in 2011, 12-ish, and they claimed it was for, they'd beat and maced a dude at a drug program. 2 officers were forced to retire. He was fired. They rehired him a year later, claiming that they didn't fire him for the beating. They fired him for being tardy. So what they're saying is he didn't get punished. If that's what we're going with, he didn't get punished for beating and macing this guy and being a part of it. His brother has been involved in multiple lawsuits, blatant rights violations. They chased a dude down and arrested him for saying something out the window of a car, I believe, to a female officer. Like, they're pretty much the new SS. They fit right in line with the Nazi Germans. Same clique. But I'm going to get off of here. I was just seeing if there's anything else. I got some videos. Maybe we'll drop one after. But we'll see. I'll probably go back out at some point. And if I see anything, I'll jump on. I've been trying to do lives more. I just don't like how you can only do it in vertical now. I think that's kind of stupid, but... what up, Corruption Exposed? Everybody go check him out. That's my guy, Brandon. Check out Brandon. Oh, that's funny, Mike. I just saw that. It looked like they were towing a car. So they probably just arrested somebody. Robert, 203YT. We'll go up to Meriden soon. Amanda, good seeing you. Jerry. Oh, we got Felix. Thank you, Felix. Duper Trooper. Go check out Duper Trooper. That's one of actually my favorite channels right now. It's been for a while. I love that dude. Good time, as always. Good to see you. Christopher. Aussie. And I think that's almost everybody. Charles. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you, guys.